Hi, I'm Philip, and this is a presentation on my international insights research. In this video, I will introduce you to my research topic, the setup, and I'm going to introduce you to a possible way for full-time international students to overcome anxieties and have an amazing stay abroad. The anxieties discussed in this video based on acculturative stress. This is a specific type of stress that is activated through the change of the social environment the student finds him or herself in. Let me give you an example. Susan is 23 years old and moved from France to Romania to study dental medicine. She made that decision mainly because it was too difficult to get into this program in her home country. Susan often feels lonely, and although there are many events around her university, she often tends to isolate herself. She misses home and shies away from opening up to a new social group. She suffers from this isolation, but wants to keep this hidden from her colleagues. This mental stress slowly starts to develop into an anxiety. In this research project, I looked at ways to support students like Susan and create a framework that helps them to acculturate successfully. This led me to investigate the role of sense towards mood regulation. The following research question was therefore posed. What aspects need to be considered when introducing the sensory modality of olfaction as a tool to help international students to overcome melancholic periods caused by acculturative stress? To find answers, I visited experts and workshops from different fields in 3 countries. I also worked with a sample group of international students from different programs in Romania that suffer from acculturative stress. Additionally, I read books and studies on this topic to synthesize secondary insights and to validate my findings from the primary research. The olfactory sense is the first sense developed by the human fetus. It connects, opposing to our other senses, directly to the limbic system where emotions are being processed. Scents are rarely used in the world of design, although studies prove their ability to influence the physical and mental perception. Just like in Suzanne's example, homesickness and the deprivation of social support are identified as the major stresses of acculturation. Feeling lost and insecure leads to the consolidation of anxiety towards the stay abroad. This perceived anxiety is viewed as the main obstacle in the formation of a new social network and opening up to a new social group. The actively experienced effects like sadness, fear, and listlessness are most present during the evening, the time in the day where the students would prefer to find relief through a treatment. However, few students consider to seek for professional support due to their anxiety and social taboos such as showing weakness in public. The students would therefore prefer a tool for self-treatment. Natural sense proved to be such a tool. I observed reactions ranging from relaxation to experiencing nostalgia during a psychotherapeutic session basing on sense. I found out that essential oils with a high content of terpenes provide the most effective scent carrier for manipulating the mood. They can trigger specific and reproducible biochemical processes in the human brain, which result in the release of messenger substances that evoke emotional responses. The acceptance for such a tool amongst the students is high, but certain requirements to a treatment apply. The students value an aesthetic scent that follows the compository rules of the perfume industry. It is also very important to secure an effective and sustainable effect on the well-being. My research findings propose to use the principle of reconsolidation. Learned negative emotional associations to the stay abroad are exchanged with positive information created by the selected sense. The major aspect of this principle is repetition and the development of a behavioral pattern. A design resulting from this research therefore has to connect the problem of the target group with the psychoactive mechanisms of natural sense while integrating into their daily routine. The viability of this hypothesis has to be further investigated in a long-term clinical study.